Some events are so unbelievable that without a camera, no one would ever accept they actually happened. Today you'll see wild luck, unexpected fails, and moments that feel straight out of a movie. Get ready for clips that prove the truth really can be stranger than fiction. This is a real-life aquaman hanging out with his sharks. Under the leaves they found these strange little creatures. Does anyone even know what they're called? Is this the beginning of the end? The water is pouring out, yet the fire inside the cave keeps burning. A stunning sight from the ship, a city in the distance wrapped in thick fog, looking like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. Is this some kind of alien creature? Honestly, moments like this make me think they've been among us for a long time, just not in the forms we expect. He spent all his money shopping and didn't leave a single cent for transportation. This man has a disability, yet look how skillfully he helped the police catch the fugitive. I can't even imagine what the footage from the top of this building would look like. This is in Iceland, and what you're seeing is actually volcanic sand. You can already see the talent for street workout. An amazing future lies ahead. Before we continue, please hit like and subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment telling us which country you're watching from. We'd love to see where our amazing audience is tuning in from. For these wild goats, gravity seems to not exist at all. He thought it was snow, but it turned out to be something strange he had no idea about. This isn't any magical spring. Inside, there's methane that ignites paper instantly. If this hadn't been recorded, no one would believe it. So many spider webs, I've never seen anything like it. Maybe this is the real Spider-Man's home. Even though these jellyfish are harmless to humans, few dare to swim here. But you've got to admit, it's a stunning sight for any diver brave enough to enter. These little green frogs are full of energy, hopping around everywhere and bringing a tiny burst of wildlife wherever they go. For them, VR gaming is so real, the TV is completely broken. This was a beautiful domino effect caught on the security camera, even if it ended up costing him his job. This isn't edited. This water is actually red, thanks to certain minerals giving it this vivid color. If you're spending the night in the desert, make sure to bring an ultraviolet lamp to spot the scorpions. He learned the hard way that he really needs to take a break from going out. At least he had some fun, and luckily his colleague was nearby. Right next to this beach is an airport, so planes fly overhead every few minutes. The roar of engines and close passes make it an unforgettable experience. This looks like frost, but it's actually an edible type of mushroom. Nature in all its glory, a mushroom that's become home to ants and even this butterfly. Honestly, I find this even more beautiful than fireworks at night. They packed everything up and were ready to head home, but had to wait at work because the storm was sweeping everything in its path. For many, this is a dream job, but for me, it's just incredibly satisfying to watch the controlled demolition of massive buildings. The desert expedition got suddenly interesting when they came across an oil source, but it immediately turned out to be state-owned, so their hopes of striking it rich were dashed. Dolphins are some of the friendliest and most intelligent animals in the ocean. Their playful nature and curiosity make every encounter unforgettable. Some things leave me completely speechless. Does anyone know what this guy even found? He even requested this security camera footage just to share his hilarious fail. His spouse was left wondering where their smart vacuum had disappeared to. Does this footage remind you of playing GTA Vice City? Climbing a mountain peak isn't easy, but knowing the view from the top is worth every bit of effort makes it all worthwhile. His best friend is a bear. He visits it regularly, though I definitely wouldn't recommend this to anyone. The only logical explanation for this footage: Ghost Rider must have stopped by this restaurant. One perk of living alone? You can even wash your car rims in the dishwasher. On the sea rocks, they came across something that looked like living slime, both fascinating and gross at the same time. Sometimes, a little is all it takes to be happy. A natural light show we could never recreate, no matter how advanced our technology gets. Don't tell her, but this is how my wife drives in reverse. An interesting sight. Makes me wonder how many hours it will take to clear this for the new building. Hundreds of birds flying got tangled in power lines and then dropped onto the road. An incredible security camera capture.
Here's the tip for the umbrella. It's gotta be an specialized.
A strange clip was captured in the sky. Could it be an alien ship or something else entirely? What do you think? If every winter day looked like this, I might actually start enjoying the season. These street performers are a true physics miracle. No passersby can walk by without stopping to watch. He says he doesn't understand why he can't find a girlfriend. Maybe it's because of his unusual pet. It's a huge centipede. On the branch, it looked like nothing was moving, but when he got closer, he saw a huge wasp nest. Definitely better not to disturb them. Every day, we discover something unusual in the animal world, strange creatures that make it feel like we're exploring a Pokémon world in real life. His cute little cat didn't know how to get down, so he quickly figured out a way to help her. You've never seen a light show like this, more beautiful than any fireworks, and it's actually drones slowly descending back to the ground. If this rainbow hadn't been caught on camera, no one would believe it's real.
And this is what we see in the sky. Like, look at those colors.
Nature never stops surprising us, or could this actually be the work of human hands? Scientists were left stunned. Balance, patience, and a lot of courage, and even then, pulling this off would be tough. After a few of these fascinating winter clips, I might just give this season a chance to win me over this year. What do you think of this art? These are actually just spoons moving with the falling rain. How much money would it take for you to do his job? Working with huge snakes is something I wouldn't do for even $1 million. This definitely isn't for everyone. You have to truly love all animals to do something like this. Coming home from vacation only to find this waiting in your apartment is pure nightmare fuel. Can you believe that scientifically, these are considered the cleanest animals? A walk through the forest takes a wild turn when they spot a bear cub. Clearly, it's more scared of them than they are of it. But it would be chaos if the mother showed up. The plane flying overhead is creating a stunning artificial rainbow. It's a breathtaking sight you don't see every day. A natural firework. What a shame I didn't discover this sooner. This isn't a movie scene, if that's what you first thought. This man is living life to the fullest. A motorcycle race on the beach, just watching it makes you imagine how thrilling it must be to ride. She had no idea her sunbathing would be interrupted by a bear's. He has no idea how he managed to save the glass, but he chalked it up to pure luck and got right back to work. How do you even begin to explain to your insurance company that your accident happened because the ground literally exploded beneath you? It sounds so wild they'd probably ask for proof you didn't drive onto a movie set. She went to throw trash into a big dumpster, but when she lifted the lid, a huge bear was waiting right underneath it. She bolted instantly, running for her life. Just as the cashier called him to pay, a car crashed through the glass storefront. She probably saved his life without even realizing it. Who scared who more, the man or the bear? Both panicked and bolted in opposite directions. Sometimes it's better to do nothing. You'll end up better off. Even with a helmet on, he needed his brother, who jumped in at exactly the right place and the right time. The skater was inches away from smashing his head on the pavement. It was clearly his first days in the gym. The bar swung up violently and nearly took the other guy out. The elevator doors closed with the dog inside and the owner still outside, yanking the dog upward by its collar. In a split second, the collar snapped, saving its life. This was probably a student pilot, and thankfully no one was injured. That's what matters most. That moment when a man decides to cook lunch his way, and everything immediately starts going wrong. Chaos was practically guaranteed. Good brakes save lives, and this moment proved it perfectly. Can it really withstand that much water pressure? The bridge looked like it was seconds away from collapsing. A cyclist in the forest suddenly came face to face with a bear. It started toward him, then changed its mind and ran off, leaving him stunned. Sometimes you're so close, yet somehow still impossibly far. This house definitely wouldn't pass any safety inspection. It collapsed like it was made of paper. The cyclist surely never imagined a falling tree would come within inches of taking him out. It was a split-second brush with danger he won't forget.
Alles gut?
The burning wind turbine looked both terrifying and mesmerizing, almost like a fiery show in the sky. But once it crashed to the ground, the sight turned unexpectedly sad. From today on, this will be his lucky cap. It literally saved him. That moment when a car is earned the honest way, and even when mistakes happen, nothing and no one touches it. Here, the driver isn't even at fault. The real blame falls on whoever installed those wires so low. It was an accident waiting to happen. When professionals get to work, they bring whole structures down with precision. That bridge collapsed like a house of cards. This yacht driver riled everyone up, putting both himself and others in serious danger.
What a bloody idiot.
Today, he definitely had more luck than sense, a close call that could have gone very differently. Chasing a runaway truck seemed like an impossible mission. Somehow, a wall stopped it. He drove out of the yard, smashing the fence and wrecking his car, yet acted as if nothing had happened. Some physical jobs are just not meant for everyone, and this is a perfect example. He dove at just the right moment, narrowly saving his own life. They never suspected their walk would be interrupted by a falling palm tree, landing right in front of them. 1 second later, and it could have been disastrous. Never lift your max weight without a gym partner. One slip could turn a workout into a disaster. Safety first, gain second. A race between life and death, snowboarding straight in front of an avalanche, adrenaline off the charts. Every second feels like a heartbeat away from catastrophe. India faced unbelievable amounts of rain and flooding, creating treacherous conditions across the country. Landslides became a deadly threat, turning once familiar roads into perilous paths. She parked with incredible precision, leaving just a millimeter between her door and the car next to her. Pure skill or pure luck. Illegal parking met its match when nature stepped in to solve the problem. Turns out he wasn't as skilled as he thought. Reality had other plans. A powerful storm tore the roof off a gas station, bending it into a shape that almost looked like a protective canopy. Nature's force turned destruction into something oddly functional. The hot air balloon barely managed to take off, skimming just centimeters above parked cars before finally gaining altitude. A nail-biting start that ended in a soaring success. Never overtake on a solid line. Respect the rules. Even though this bridge is made of wood, it looks surprisingly sturdy. This fish had no idea what was coming its way today. Talk about bad day. In some situations, only pure luck can save you. Skill alone just won't cut it. Someone clearly misjudged the strength of this wall. It came down like it was begging to collapse. He looked bold and confident, right up until the moment reality kicked in, and he realized he needed to run for his life. The crane collapsed in a heartbeat, dropping with such force that it looked like it fell to its knees before crashing down for good. Elephants are usually calm, but this motorcyclist definitely startled and irritated. This one wrong move, and the giant let him know it wasn't pleased. A fault on the power pole combined with pounding rain created a terrifying scene, sparks turning into a blaze that refused to be stopped. The wind was so powerful it snapped a massive tree like it was nothing. It crashed across the entire street, blocking everything in an instant. Even though it's just a crash test, it still looks absolutely terrifying. The impact hits with such force that you can't help but feel it in your chest. He drove that truck out a single second before the landslide came crashing down. One heartbeat slower, and this story would have had a very different ending. That moment when you're not watching where you're walking and nearly step straight into a giant hole. This definitely wasn't the kind of fall they had planned. Building a pool on the floor above might have sounded luxurious, but reality had other plans. Like a devoted dad, he decided to carry his child across the river, a heroic plan in theory, but one slippery misstep, and they were this close to taking an unexpected dip together. Honestly, almost no one can accidentally park this perfectly on an icy road. When it comes to a perfect fit, this is it. Let's hope the lawnmower is still under warranty. Here, you can see they're professionals, and they're not in this competition without good reason. Someone really should have put up a slippery floor sign. A motorcyclist almost hit a deer that darted across the road. The close call left both rider and animal moments from disaster. Just imagine the feeling of seeing a snowplow and a truck coming straight at you on an icy road from the opposite direction. Not only did they destroy the cabinet, but they also nearly took out the car in the process. This is real off-roading at its most intense, 1 second, and it could have turned deadly in an instant. Think about how long it took to build this entire structure, and then watch it come crashing down in mere seconds. The car rolled free, heading straight for another vehicle, but this hero managed to stop it with sheer strength. One brave act turned a potential disaster into a close call. Both of them were lucky this time. When you try to play the handyman and refuse to pay someone to do it properly. Her countryside adventure didn't turn out the way she imagined, or the way it looked on Instagram. She might be a better drifter than the real competitors. The shopping carts decided to wreak havoc across the parking lot, but luckily this man was there to save the day. Is it even possible for a child to be this agile? Rafting demands not just strength and skill, but a good dose of luck as well. One wrong move, and the river proves just how unforgiving it can be. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible moments. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an upload, and drop a comment below to let us know what you think.